I'm the only person who sat here last week and said LeBron's better than Larry Bird. The only person.
You sounded like a fool, yo, last week.
I ain't sound like a fool because I look like a genius now. Because if LeBron wins 3 straight, something Larry Bird has never done, I'm gonna be the genius.
No, you're not.
No, you're not, yo. You just sound crazy, yo. We ready to start the show. So
I know we are. So know your role and shut your mouth, Jabroni. All right?
Say whatever you need.
When I'm speaking, you be quiet. Zip it.
You sound crazy right now, yo.
Welcome to another edition of Let Me Finish, everyone. My name is
Color nigga talking shit.
We can't hear you. We can't see you neither. My name is Jay Urban, the ruler of this show, the Jizza. I'm gonna pass it to my main man, Eric. What's going on, Eric, with the picture this week? How are you, sir?
Ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Ready to ride. The more starts to repeat. 4 more wins, baby. We popping bottles.
Okay. And bandwagon rider, Steven, Blue Rain. How are you, sir?
All I know is, welcome to the Penny family.
I'm glad to see that you've decided to jump off the Heat bandwagon and go back with the original team.
No, I never said jumping off the Heat, but I never jumped on the Pacers bandwagon, so just that's one up I got on you.
Sick. Front runners, I take chances. You take championships. What's going on, Will? How are you, sir?
Of course I did.
Good, man. Everything's good. Another day.
Nice to see you, sir. Welcome back to the show. Second time on the show. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. It's a pleasure.
John is still on the road. If anyone's wondering, he has not died. He should be here momentarily.
At least you're not driving this time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you will. John texted me. He said that he was he had went looking for Roy Hibbert's points in the last series, so that's where he's been at, and he still hasn't found it, but he's just gonna come home soon. So best of wishes to John when he comes back. And we're gonna move on to the NBA Finals, which is a rematch of last year. Heat Spurs 2.0. Guys, how do you feel about it this year? Will it be the same result? Will the Heat win a 3rd straight title, or will San Antonio win their 5th title in the last 10, 12 years? Who you guys got? Steve, let's start with you. I know you are, lukewarm as far as, fandom goes, but are you going to go with your brain, or are you going to go with your paid subscription? Who are you going to go with this week?
Well, unlike you who picked the Pacers for some reason.
I also picked the Spurs.
But you also picked the Pacers.
I also picked the Spurs, too.
You also picked the Pacers. But since this is my question to answer, I am going to say I like this 3rd rematch with LeBron and Tim Duncan. And you know what? I think the Spurs are going to pull it out.
Hold up.
I think they're going to pull it out. I think it's going to
contracts for
games. You asked me who I think is going to win. That doesn't mean I don't want the Heat to win. You asked me who I think is going to win. I think the Spurs are motivated. They're playing some of the best basketball I've ever seen them play. I wouldn't count LeBron out. I think it's like 51 to 49%. But I think the Spurs right now in my mind have the edge. Talk to me next week. I might say something different, but now
we know how you flip flop, so that wouldn't be a surprise.
Pick the Pacers.
Who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals this year? LeBron or Duncan? Duncan will get his 5th ring?
Nah, I got the Heat taking this one, man. Especially, it's back to the new format, right? The 2-2-1-1-1.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I just see the Heat not losing at home for one. I think although the Spurs can't, I just think that the Spurs ain't gonna beat them in Miami, man.
Spurs have the best road record in the league.
It doesn't matter when you go against the Heat, man. Honestly, I think the Heat gonna take one out of those first 2 games in San Antonio, and then once that, it's gonna dictate the series, man.
No, I can't believe this. I mean, Spurs team, deepest team in years. Eric, we already know who you're rolling with. How many games is it going to take? We already know who you're going with, though.
You know what I'm saying? Since I'm the Nicodemus, you know what I'm saying, I always pick the winning records. Like I picked Lehigh to beat Duke.
Oh, God.
Should have beat Duke.
4 years ago.
Yeah. I picked the Miami Heat to beat the Indiana Pacers.
You also picked Miami to beat Dallas, but...
No, we didn't. No. But anyway, we talk about this right now. My Heat are going to win Game 1 tomorrow night.
Ooh.
They're going to start the series off beating San Antonio in San Antonio.
And we will win in 6 games. And we'll be back on Biscayne Boulevard, popping bottles for the 3rd championship in 4 years.
You do realize the Heat were only 3 games above 500 on the road. You do realize that, right?
I could care less about your bullshit stats. You know what I'm saying? It's about championship basketball now, and we all know the Heat play championship basketball.
Will, we all know that the Heat were very lucky last year in winning the championship.
How were they lucky?
Tim Duncan missed an easy money hop.
Let me explain something to you. Miami Heat had nothing to do with Manu Ginobili missing a free throw. We had nothing to do with Kawhi Leonard missing a free throw, and we had nothing to do with Pop taking Tim Duncan out and Chris Bosh getting the rebound and passing it to Ray Allen for the 3.
For the LeBron saving 3. For like the LeBron legacy saving 3.
Excuse me. And by the way, I think that was Game 6, so they had one more game to win the championship.
And in Game 7, with 2 minutes left in the game, Tim Duncan missed a putback that would have tied the game.
Now, why is it every time LeBron misses a shot, he chokes, but Tim Duncan didn't choke, he just missed? Just say it.
It's a bunny hop. It was an easy shot. He didn't choke. It was an easy shot.
Choked. Tim Duncan choked. If LeBron misses a pass, he's scared to take the last shot. If LeBron misses a shot, he choked. But Tim Duncan didn't choke. I think not. Tim Duncan choked.
Steve, how many games?
What'd you say? What was your question?
How many games you going with the Spurs then?
I
want to hear someone with some sense right now.
I already said I'm going 7. I think it's going to be 7 games. I think it's going to be a 7-game series, definitely, without a doubt.
And this time around, San Antonio has the home court advantage, but you still don't see how many games do you have the Heat winning in?
I got Heat winning in 6.
6? What's a 6?
Oh my gosh! Wow.
They ended it in Miami. I'm telling you.
Is Miami not worse than they were last year? Yes, they are.
Nah.
Is San Antonio not better than they were last year? Yes, they are. So why wouldn't another 7-game series at least?
I mean, yeah, they better than they were last year, man. But I just don't see them beating this team, man. Now they even got Rashad Lewis getting off. Now we already know how he did with
that. One good game, and now he's back to magic.
Like 2 or 3 decent games, man. I mean, honestly, man, I think the Heat gonna close it out in 6 in Miami. Watch me, mark my word. They're taking Game 1 in San Antonio, and then they ended it in 6. I'm telling you.
All I'm gonna say is watch out for a sweep. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, sweep though.
Oh, no, don't go too OD.
Right. This ain't that 07 Cavs team, man.
No, maybe not sweep. Okay.
I'll put on the record. Kelly Kush.
Spurs in 6. What'd you say, Eric?
Stop smoking that OG Cali Kush when you get on the court.
Staying with basketball, 2 teams that did not make it to the NBA Finals, Pacers and the Thunder, both led their respective divisions, conferences for most of the year, before the San Antonio Spurs took over the West, and before the Indiana Pacers choked in the last 2 months of the season. Guys, what's next for the Pacers and the Thunder? And my question to you guys more specifically is, who has a better chance of winning a title first? Is it the Indiana Pacers or is it the Oklahoma City Thunder? What you think, Will? What you think?
I got OKC out of those. One being, I don't even know if that Pacers team will stay together, man. I mean, you got Lance Stevenson, played a contract, yeah. I don't know if he coming back.
That might be a good thing.
It could be, but and then I'm hearing, I mean, I don't know how true it is, but with the Hibbert situation, talking about that he's open to leaving Indiana. Even if they did come back, man, I think OKC is definitely probably a true point guard away from actually being a championship contender.
Eric, as someone who doesn't really like the Pacers, I know you're not, very fond of them as a team. How do you feel about their chances to win a championship anytime soon?
As long as they have that big 7'2", 295 pound down low, they ain't winning nothing. Until they get rid of that big 7'2", bag of trash. Anything. So that's how I.
Would you rather have Roy Hibbert or Kendrick Perkins, for the record?
I would rather take Slava Medvedenko.
That's probably the next thing you've ever said about Slava Medvedenko. Steve, better chance is the Thunder, and they're playing a much tougher Western Conference. So they're going to have to go through the Clippers. They're going to have to go through the Spurs. So, I mean, do they have a better chance, of making a run at a title, or is it Indiana who has a much weaker? I mean, if LeBron gets hurt next year, I mean, Indiana could just basically walk into the finals, don't you think?
I don't think Indiana has the cohesion as a team. I mean, their number one goal was to just get the number one seed, just to get if they got us a game 7 against Miami, which obviously they didn't do. But Oklahoma City, let's not forget, they've been to the finals in 2012.
Oh, you keep bringing this up.
And they
lost in 5.
And they already have shown that they can beat the Clippers. They already have shown that they can beat the Spurs. So I mean, I don't think it's if they can keep OKC together, and all they're going to do is add better components to that team, and maybe even another coach. So yeah, I definitely think it's the Thunder if they can keep them together.
Speaking of coaches, me, John, and Steve had this conversation the other night. Better coach, who would you rather have? Is it Scott Brooks or Frank Vogel? As far as like the coach leading your team, Eric, who do you think?
Actually, to be honest with you, I think Frank Vogel shows more emotion on the sideline. I think sometimes Scott Brooks is just
stoic.
I don't really think he has the spitfire to like tell Russell Westbrook like, look, you fucking up, stop shooting. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't. I mean, I'm just being honest. It doesn't look like he has that kind of like fire in his gut. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't look like that. Look like it to me. I mean, at least look like, Frank Vogel, he will sit you on the bench, at least. Scott Brooks ain't benching nobody, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's a coin flip.
Steve, you were rolling with Scott Brooks because he got his team to the finals. Did you rethink this and maybe you're going to go with Frank Vogel now? I mean, Frank Vogel has had the best defense in the league for the last 3 years. Does that not count for anything?
It does count for something, but what is it? I mean, where has it gotten them? I mean, even if you just compare their resumes, Scotty Brooks is a better coach and has a better record than Frank Vogel.
They had the same winning percentage since they've been in the league. Same winning percentage since they started coaching.
As far as numbers are concerned, and then I mean, Scotty Brooks is coaching in a way more tenacious and tougher Western Conference, and he proves year after year he has the formula to make Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant work on court. If you look at the Pacers team, honestly, but it's further than he's getting the Thunder further than the Pacers are getting, and the Pacers are starting to decline.
2 years in a row,
and they haven't been to the finals at one time. That says a lot about.
They have better players.
That says come on, and they're playing in a better They're playing in a worse conference. You mean to tell me you have a 7-2 Roy Hibbert, a Paul George, a multi-guy in Lance Stevenson who does everything, a solid team, and you can't get them to a finals in one season? Come on.
Well, the Thunder have 2 of the 5 best players in the league on their team, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Does that not, take away from some of the quote-unquote great coaching that Scott Brooks is doing? Do they even run plays in Oklahoma City? What do you think, Will?
Out of these two, man, I'm going with Frank too, man.
Thank you.
When it comes down to it, I think Eric had it right too, as far as emotion aspect. And I don't know, man. I just don't see Scotty. Scotty more is like passive to me, man. Like I don't know. I ain't really feeling Scotty, man.
I mean, does he even But Steve, seriously, not even to argue, but what can you point to with Scott Brooks to say that he's a good coach?
I mean, honestly, the fact that he does have arguably 2 of the best players in the NBA on his team, and we've all had conversations about how erratic. He's made it work. He's kept the team afloat when Russell Westbrook was injured multiple times. He runs enough plays where both of them get enough touches, and it works. What game did they get eliminated to San Antonio? Was it 6 games, 7 games?
6.
6 games. With what Frank Vogel has, I mean, he struggled against Atlanta. He struggled against the Wizards. He definitely struggled against the Heat, and let's not to mention the up and down turmoil that the team had with a quality team. This is a team that you said Paul George is a superstar, which he's not. With a 7-2, he's not getting the most out of his players, which I feel Scotty Brooks is doing in OKC right now.
Oh, Scotty Brooks is getting the most out of Kendrick Perkins, really?
Well, who's ever gotten the most out of Kendrick Perkins?
Doc.
Right, Doc.
And he had the same averages that he had in Boston.
All right, we'll leave it at that. We'll agree to disagree, and we'll move right on. A lot of NFL talk has come out this week. A lot of it probably fabricated from ESPN, but we'll talk about it either way. This news came out. Tom Brady, not a top 5 NFL quarterback anymore, according to Pro Football Something's Sam Monson. He said the top 5 quarterbacks in the league are elite. Brady is at number 6, Andrew Luck at number 7. He said Andrew Luck is going to pass Brady sometime this year for that number 6 spot. Guys, is this ridiculous? How ridiculous? They have Ben Roethlisberger and Phillip Rivers above Tom Brady and Andrew Luck. Some of the reasons that he gives for this type of rating are as follows. He says, quote, Brady completed just 57.6% of his passes when pressured last year, which ranked 28th in the NFL. Brady struggled to avoid pressure, taking twice as many sacks as Peyton Manning, despite facing pressure just 10% more often. And he concludes saying Brady is no longer an elite quarterback. He remains very good. But if the decline continues at the same rate, it won't be long before that is no longer true. Guys, is Tom Brady still an elite quarterback? I don't even think we have to have a huge conversation about this. But is he number 6? Eric, what you think?
Man, first of all, they need to find this. What's the dude name?
Sam Morrison.
Sam. Somebody need to find him and give him an instant drug test because he is smoking coke. He was on them good drugs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. Honestly, I ain't even talking about Ben Roethlisberger. When the last time Phillip Rivers even won his division? You know, I mean, can you name? I mean, I hate I'm defending Tom Brady, but can you name somebody other than Gronkowski that he's throwing to? You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'll wait. Thank you. But I mean, this is ridiculous, man. It's just another talking head that probably got kicked off his JV team in middle school, and he just mad. You know what I'm saying?
Kimbrel Tompkins. I named one. There you go.
Look how long it took me to name some. This is ridiculous. I don't have about that, man. That's sad.
Do you, Steve and Will, do you guys both agree that this is completely ridiculous?
Completely.
Blasphemy.
Completely.
Blasphemy.
Where would you put him? Would you put him 3rd, 4th? Where would you put him?
If he needs to be, honestly, he's somewhere in that 2 or 3 range. Just based off of what Peyton Manning, the season he had last season, I think that's why a lot of people are putting him number 1. But he's definitely above Phillip Rivers. He's definitely above Ben Roethlisberger. I think he's definitely above Drew Brees. He's somewhere in that top 3 range.
Well, it don't matter. It don't matter. He's above fucking Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers took his team to the playoffs last year.
Yeah, okay.
So did Tom Brady.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, this is some of the predictions that another guy from somewhere, not the same Sam Monson guy, but someone else, decided to give some predictions about the upcoming season. He has Patriots winning the East 11-5, the Jets going 10-6, surprisingly. Ravens winning the North 10-6, Bengals and Steelers both at 9-7. The Colts winning the entire AFC regular season with a 13-3 record. And the Texans rebounding to go 9-7 in that particular division. He continues in the West with the Broncos going 12-4. Chargers staying at 500. The Eagles will go 11-5. The Packers will go 12-4. But look, he has the Cowboys going 3-13. 3-13 for the Dallas Cowboys. And this is the same person who actually was able to predict the Super Bowl last year and Super Bowl winner, Broncos Seahawks, and he picked the Seahawks to win it, and it happened. Over in the South, he has the Saints going 11-5, and the Seahawks and the 49ers. Actually, everyone in the NFC West with 10 wins or more. In the championship round, he has the Colts over the Broncos in the AFC Championship, Seahawks over the Packers in the NFC Championship, and he has the Seahawks over the Colts to repeat as Super Bowl champions. Guys, does any of this make any sense to you? And what is the most egregious thing that you saw here on any of these lists? What you think? Will, what you think?
One, I don't think the Colts going to be in the Super Bowl. And two, I agree with that Cowboys pick, man. I mean, they just plummeted really, but especially with Sean Lee, yet another season, which is 3 straight.
This is arguably one of the most talented teams last year. You think they're going to go 3-13? Really?
I think they'll be close to it, man.
Wow.
But shoot, from what I'm looking at, probably even the Redskins, man. I got the Redskins going more. Surprisingly, I got them going more than 7 or 9, man. And probably definitely get back to the playoffs. But I mean, besides that, I mean, he has a spot on, man. Just about.
Eric, what you think? Anything to think about these predictions?
Yeah, the Jets going 10-6. That's mind blowing. And then he got the Chiefs falling back down to the bottom at 4-12.
Yeah, weren't they just 13-3 last year?
Yeah, but they lost like hella defenders, yo.
Yeah, I mean it's just like I don't. And this is I don't know. This is malarkey. I mean,
do you think the Cowboys are gonna go 3-13?
No. I think they're gonna go 8-8 again.
Same thing they do every season, right? All right, Steve. Your 49ers, they did not have them once again going to even an NFC Championship game. Do you think this is accurate?
No, of course I don't.
Especially with Kaepernick signing a $61 million guaranteed contract.
I don't even know why. I mean, what I do agree with the NFC West is I do agree that every team is capable of winning 10 wins. I just think that the NFC West is that strong. And what I do also agree with is that the champion will come out of the NFC West. I just don't see it as the Seahawks. But in the NFC South, I would put the Panthers over the Falcons.
Yeah, the Panthers, they got them going 7-9.
Yeah,
were they 13-3 too, or something like that?
I wouldn't. I think they were 12-4. Can you go back up one?
Yeah. You want to go back to the AFC West, NFC East, and NFC North? See what they got there. Let's see.
Yeah, I like. I got the Chiefs going to 4-12. That's what I looked at. I don't know how that happens, but I definitely have Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders. I think the Redskins. Yeah, I like the NFC East, especially that Cowboys pick. Everything NFC North is pretty cool for me. One more. There's one in the AFC.
The AFC East, North, and South. They have the Texans going 9-7 after rebounding with what? Did they have 2 wins last year?
I actually think that the Jaguars are going to go like 8-8. I don't see them being that bad at 4-12. Texans. I see them going 8-8. But in the AFC North, I think the Bengals are going to win that one. I like what's the new offensive coordinator's name? Hugh Jackson from Oakland. I really think if Jason Campbell gets some games in there, they can pull this out in the AFC North.
Jason Campbell.
Yeah.
The Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals. I got the Bengals winning the AFC North.
You do know Andy Dalton's still on quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, right?
Yeah, but I think Jason Campbell. I think something's going to happen to Andy Dalton. Injury.
You still got faith in this Jason Campbell. Jason Campbell has not done anything.
I do. I think he's a great backup, like a Kyle Orton. Like he's just one of those players that
You're going to depend your whole season on backup Jason Campbell.
I don't think that anybody in this AFC North is going to have more than 10 wins. So, I mean, yeah, I could see that happening. And in the AFC Northeast, just flip-flop the Dolphins and the Jets. And I think it's pretty much the same.
Them Dolphins going to go 10-6 again? All right, cool. All right, that's your opinion. All right, time to move on to the hot roots, guys. You guys ready for things that are trending around the country, some hot stories? Story number 1, Derek Fisher, someone who's held in very high regard over here. He's been talking, like we talked about last week, to Phil Jackson, and the Lakers want to talk to him as well about their coaching vacancy, and they saying that his future could be whether or not he wants to align himself with Phil or whether or not he wants to align himself with the team who he won all 5 of his championships with. Guys, there's also been rumors that he might stay with Oklahoma City with people like Kevin Durant and Scott Brooks making a pitch saying that he was a tremendous help and a tremendous teammate in the locker room. So he has some decisions to make. What should he do? Should he go to the Knicks? Should he go to the Lakers? Or should he return for one more season with the Oklahoma City Thunder? Steve, shaking your head. What's going on?
This whole thing of like straight from like with the Jason Kidd thing, straight from from the court going over to the. I think he can do it. I mean, I think he's a player's coach. I think people, players will respond to him well, but I think he needs some time to actually learn what it is to be a coach, but off the court. I know everybody says point guard, he's the head of the players union, all of that good stuff, but I don't like this to either one. I don't like him to New York, and I don't like him to L.A. I just want to see him play maybe one more season. You know where I would like to see him play?
Where?
Bring it home to L.A. Finish your career with Kobe. You started it with Kobe. Finish it with Kobe. But I don't want to see him go and coach a team at all right now. And plus, you guys could use him. I mean, Kobe hasn't won any rings without Derek Fisher, so maybe he's the answer.
We could use anybody right now, to tell you the truth. Eric, what should be Derek Fisher's next move?
Derek Fisher needs to become the representative for the players union. That's the best job for him. He's the one that ousted Billy Hunter. They haven't filled a position yet, and I think Derek Fisher would be a good replacement for Billy Hunter. I mean, I would take that before I would take the Lakers job. No disrespect to Bean, but Bean ain't listening to Derek Fisher, and I'd be damned he gonna have to fight J.R. Smith to get him to listen to him on the Knicks. So,
and, I mean, you said something that I do agree with very much. I mean, people have asked me the question, and I say I would love for Coach the Lakers. I don't think it's a great fit because, like you said, I don't think that Kobe is going to listen to him, honestly. I mean, they're great friends. Kobe's said multiple times that he's like the best teammate he's ever had, but from becoming a teammate to become someone's coach, you got to listen to him. You know, that's a little different. What do you think Fisher's move should be? I mean, should he coach Carmelo or J.R. Smith? Or I mean, because Phil Jackson did say if he does come and coach the Knicks, Phil will coach in training camp. Derek Fisher can learn under his wing, learn how Phil does things, and Phil basically like be working with him throughout the whole process. What do you think he should do?
I agree with Steve, man. He should come back to L.A., probably finish out his career there, man. Don't worry about the coaching thing yet. I just think New York, although Phil said that, New York altogether is just turmoil, man. I don't think that's a good way to start out. But, yeah, I think he should play one more year, play with L.A., and maybe a year after that think about something else.
I mean, man, when's the next time? Like, this is the only time you've had like New York and LA open at the same time. You don't think that's something to take advantage of? I mean, he could be making $7 million a year if he wanted to.
That's true, but it's risk with both. I mean, like I said, the whole Kobe thing. I don't have Kobe listening to him, no matter how good of friends they are. But and in New York, like I said, with Carmelo probably leaving in New York anyway, I just think it's two bad situations, man.
Speaking of players who didn't make All-NBA teams, Carmelo's not one of them as well. Speaking of All-NBA teams, first team, second team, and third team were announced today. On the first team, you got MVP, Kevin Durant, the only person who was unanimous for the All-NBA first team. That means someone did not want LeBron James, believe it or not, on the All-NBA first team. I want to know who this person was, because that's hilarious to me. Joakim Noah, receiving the third most votes, starting center, James Harden and Chris Paul rounding out the first team. Second team had Blake Griffin, Kevin Love, Dwight Howard, Stephen Curry, who had a lot of votes, and Tony Parker. Third team, you had Paul George, LaMarcus Aldridge, Al Jefferson, Goran Dragic, and Damian Lillard. Guys, any snubs on these lists? Or should anybody from the second or third team be up on the first team? Anybody robbed? What you think, Eric?
Oh my gosh!
You already know who I'm riding with. My boy Lillard should have been over Stephen Curry.
What?
Oh no!
Nah.
I don't like Stephen Curry.
Test that man. Stephen Curry is my second favorite player in the league.
Drug testing, man.
Bro, so what? He can shoot, but other than that, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Damian Lillard carried his team the whole year.
Curry to a first-round exit. That's what he did.
I think Stephen Curry did the same thing, buddy.
But he also went to the West Conference Finals last year. So watch him out, right?
What are you talking about this year?
All right, Steve, what you think? You're shaking your head.
Oh my gosh! Where is Melo? Where's Melo?
What did we try to say? I tried to tell you all year long. You didn't want to listen to me.
First of all,
I told you Paul George was better than Melo. It is proven right here.
Should not be on this list. Paul George should be in the guard position, and Melo should be in the forward position.
No, because I told you for 6 months now. Melo and Paul George.
If Damian Lillard is going to be on that team, then you move. I could see moving Damian Lillard to the second All-NBA team and putting Tony Parker on the third team, but I definitely don't see moving Stephen Curry down to the third team at all. I'm a little surprised James Harden made the first team. I'm not going to lie.
Don't get me started. In my opinion,
I'm a little surprised that he made the first team. That's what I mean.
Go ahead, Will.
Come on, man. I think
go ahead.
I think they got it spot on, man. I mean, I heard the Harden thing too, man. But who are you gonna put ahead of him, man? On
Steph.
that list?
That's who you're gonna put. Steph deserves first team over James Harden. You are out of your mind if you think so. James Harden was nothing but a ball hawk. He did nothing but stop the ball, jack up threes, and that's why Houston didn't do nothing in the playoffs.
And what did they do? Nothing.
Stephen carried his team. Steph carried his team.
He carried their ass to the fucking.
They would have got swept if it wasn't for Stephen Curry. They took him to 7 games.
I give it to Curry though. He was one missed foul call away from advancing, man.
Exactly. Exactly. All because of Donald Sterling.
I don't understand how you guys don't see Melo on. I mean, say what you will about Melo, but listen, the same things that you could say about James Harden is the same things that people say about Melo. So if James Harden has a number one spot on his team, and this is a career year for Melo, but I mean James Harden deserves a spot on one of these teams.
The fact that this was a career year for Melo and the team only won 20 games, that's saying something. Because all he cares about is himself. Yeah. Selfish. Career year, man. Moving on. Next thing in the hot roots. Why y'all laughing at me? I ain't funny. 3 rings in a row or 5 titles? What's better? Is it going to be LeBron winning his quote unquote 3rd ring? I say 2.5. Or is it Tim Duncan's 5 rings? What's a better legacy marker for you? Who you going with, Steve?
What you said? What's better? I mean, of course.
Yeah.
5
What would you like? What's more impressive? Is it LeBron's 3 straight or Tim Duncan's 5 in his career?
You know what? I initially thought that Tim Duncan's 5 rings was better, only because to be that relevant over, he came in '97. That's a year after Kobe. Like, to win 5 rings and still be competing. I mean, this is his 6th. This is 6 NBA Finals. I mean, and before last year, he was one, but a couple free throws or 3 away from winning his 5th, and this being his 6th, I think is LeBron. But I mean, I will, to LeBron's credit, I mean, the fact that they've been to 4 straight finals and he has an opportunity to win his 3rd, I think that you can't pass that up just as far as legacy marker. But just looking back at Tim Duncan's illustrious career, like from 97, almost 20 years, and there's still like viable candidates to win a championship, I'm gonna say it's Duncan's legacy if he wins this.
Will, what you think? What's more impressive, 3 in a row or Duncan's 5 overall?
I had a tough one with this, but I'm gonna go for Duncan's legacy, man. For 1, 5 rings, more than 3. But how many 3-peats has it been?
It's been about
3.
About 3. So this will be the 4th if LeBron won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's impressive too. Nothing to take away from him at all, but man, when it comes down to it, man, that's a ring for every finger, man.
Yeah.
For Duncan's legacy, I think the 5 rings is definitely better, man.
Them Celtics teams ain't never 3-peat.
Yeah, they do. They 8-peat. They won 8 straight.
So don't that count too? Huh? You just said 3. That's just Jordan's 2 and Kobe's. Yeah. Eric, more impressive, LeBron's 3 in a row or Duncan's 5?
See, here we go with this conspiracy theory.
I ain't bringing nobody up. I ain't say nobody.
That Jay Urban always wants to start. How is it that Tim Duncan can get 5 rings, but LeBron only has 2.5? If he wins his, you know what I'm saying? You just
4.5 versus 2.5. I'm sorry. I gotta be truthful.
You're just a hater. I mean, LeBron would join an elite company. I'm not saying would.
Of what? People who won during the lockout? Congratulations. Great. Past seasons, you're winning a championship.
He would join an elite company. Not diminishing what Tim Duncan did, because he won in 3 different decades technically if he wins his 5th championship.
That's true.
But I'm gonna I'm just going to roll with the king, man. You know what I'm saying? So 3-peating is an illustrious company, so that's what I'm rolling with.
All right, I'm gonna go with I mean, Duncan's very impressive. Don't get me wrong, but I think what LeBron's on the precipice. You like that word, precipice? The precipice of doing right now is going to cement him as the best small forward. Like I said last week, of all time, if he wins this, but I don't think he will. So he'll be 2-3 in the finals, which is not very good, especially the way Eric's talking about Jordan never lost, Kobe lost twice, blah blah blah, all that other BS. Yeah, if Kobe's 5-2 and LeBron's 2-3, you can't say nothing. Nothing, Eric. Nothing. I don't want to hear it anymore, okay? Do we understand each other?
Look, waffle colored Negro, keep moving. Keep the show moving.
Yes, sir. All right. Instead of who's that player, who am I, this week we're going to play additional Sports Jeopardy. If you guys don't know, Dan Patrick is hosting a new show called Sports Jeopardy on the Crackle channel. So if you have an Apple TV or something like that, you can check that out when it starts airing. But for you guys, I got 6 questions. We're going to play our own version. And whoever wins absolutely nothing. But, you know, you have bragging rights, just like you do on Who Am I. So the first question, I'll give you the answer. You have to tell me, you know, who it is. So you'll say who is blah, 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 blah. The first question is this. He held the career stolen base record until Lou Brock broke it.
Who is Williams?
Who?
Who is Ted Williams?
Nope. Anybody else want to take a guess?
We talking baseball, man. It's basketball season.
Sorry, it's Sports Jeopardy, dog. All of us swear we know sports. Nobody? Ty Cobb is the answer.
Okay.
Ty Cobb.
I started to say Ty Cobb.
Stay fast now. All right, question number 2. Tiger Woods, an alumnus of this university, wears a red shirt on the final day of tournaments.
What is Stanford?
Uh-oh, Eric moving. That's right. Ding! Eric got 1 point. Good job, Eric. What is Stanford is the correct answer. Good job.
Is that the bell? That ding was the bell sound?
Don't try it. Answer. One of the few defensive players to win Super Bowl MVP was this Tampa Bay safety who intercepted Rich Gannon twice.
Who is Rondé Barber?
Oh, who is
Nope.
Dwight Smith?
Nope.
Who is Dwight Smith?
Nope.
Oh, what is his name, dog?
Who is John?
Nope.
It wasn't John Lynch. It was shoot. I forgot his name, bro.
Dexter Jackson. What's going on with you guys?
Dang, yo.
Oh,
I could have sworn that was Rondé Barber.
He was still a corner that year.
You tripping.
Five.
All right. Of the 4 major pro sports Hall of Fames, which one is the furthest east? Basketball, football, baseball, hockey.
Baseball. What is baseball?
I was about to
Nope, not baseball.
What is it, basketball?
Yep, basketball.
All
1-1.
Where's
Eric and
basketball?
Will.
Basketball's in Canton.
No, that's baseball. That's football.
Baseball's in
That's
Canton.
football. Yeah, what am I talking about? Basketball's in
Football.
Boston, in Massachusetts.
Where's Cooperstown?
New York.
Ain't New York before Boston?
Nope, Boston's further east. Move to hockey. The NHL rules say a goalkeeper should have the ability to move freely within this area.
I have no idea.
Me neither.
I don't know what the area you calling from to go. Is it red box, I guess? I don't know.
I don't know that shit is. The yellow line, red line.
Yeah, I don't know the simplest
The
rule.
red box. I like that.
It's called a crease, guys. A crease.
You didn't know that either. Don't lie.
I did know that. I'm a guru. Brothers, don't you understand? I know everything.
Yeah, man.
Last question to break the tie between Will and Eric. In a bit of irony, it was at Duke University Medical Center that this basketball coach died at age 47 in 1993.
Who? 93. Basketball.
93, come on. 47. Basketball coach.
Jim Belvado.
There it is. Damn, I end up tied. Good job, Steve. I think Steve Googled that, but I'll give him the point anyway.
Oh, come on.
All right, so you end up 1-1-1. I guess it's all a big tie. You guys wasted my damn time for no reason. He ain't even have a real winner.
Hey, man.
Oh, damn nuts. Remind me not to play this damn game no more. All this work for damn tie. All right, time for timeout round. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna start you off with better quote this week. So, which one was the better quote? Was it Johnny Manziel's "Wreck the League"? Remember he made this quote. He's on Wreck the League together. He said that to the assistant coach before he got drafted. Or is it the new quote that came out this week? Which is Kendrick Perkins. I'm the only silverback. He said this to Steven Adams. Steven Adams said we were scrimmaging. We kind of got into a clash. I accidentally hit him, and then like he turned around and elbowed me in the ribs, and I'm like, oh my god! And he just yelled at me. I'm the only silverback. I was like, what the heck? You guys, what's the better quote? Wreck the league or wreck the league?
Of course, it's I'm the only silverback. And the fact that it's coming from Kendrick Perkins, I mean, actually, and honestly, you know what? He's absolutely right. I don't think that there's a tougher guy in the NBA right now than Kendrick Perkins. I mean, I think he's closely followed behind David West, but I mean, Kendrick Perkins is your classic Charles Oakley type enforcer. Rick Mahorn, all of those people. So, yeah, he's right, Steven Adams. Get a clue.
Eric, your favorite player, Kendrick Perkins. What you think about he's on silverback?
Well, Will, you might not know this, Will, but Jason and Steve know that I call Kendrick Perkins the phony-ass tough guy. You know, that scowl on his face. Yeah, 0.0 and a half a or more than. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, man. I don't know. Man, give me Johnny Football.
Johnny Football for the win. And Will, what'd you think? Steve, I think you got an echo going on.
Yeah, hold on.
Sorry.
I got Kendrick Perkins, man. I'm the only silverback, man. I don't know. It's just fitting, man. And yeah.
Because you look like a big old silverback gorilla? Is that why?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
All right, next one. Better move. Which is the better career move for these players? Is it, I didn't even put the second one down, my fault. Is it Shane Battier going to join ESPN as a college basketball analyst, rejoining his former Duke teammate, Jay Williams, on ESPN College Basketball Game Day, College Hoops Game Day, whatever you want to call it? Or is, I forgot to put this up there, but Lance Stevenson leaving the Indiana Pacers for more money? What is the better career move? Is it Shane Battier retiring, going to ESPN, or is Lance Stevenson getting out of the Indiana Pacers? What do you think?
You want me to?
Go ahead, yeah.
Look, after these 7 games, or how many, 6 games, fucking Shane Battier is back on the fucking list. This is going to be the 3rd bullshit-ass Duke player on college basketball. And I don't know how much more I can take of this bullshit because I'm going to have to write them a fucking letter. Between them, bullshit-ass Jay Williams and bitch-ass Jay Billis.
I'm taking over the league, son. Wreck the league, son. That's what we doing. GP all day.
So I'm going with the better move with Lance Stevenson. Get the fuck out of that. Get paid, man.
Steve, Steve left. Will, what you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shane Battier, man. That's the better move because, like I said, I picked the Heat to win the championship this year. So, what better way to go out, retire and make money with ESPN? Back to what you love, man.
No doubt.
So are you really done with Shane Battier? I mean, after all he's done for you, if he wins this, he'll have won you 3 titles. He would have been the main reason, really, why you have 3 titles. 3-time champion. You don't have that's not like a lifelong allegiance that you have with him now.
Listen to me. After these 6 games and we win the championship, if Shane Battier step off the curb while I'm driving by, I'm gonna hit his ass.
Oh my goodness.
I can't stand you.
After all he's done for you.
You already know what's on the license plate, so you already know.
Steve, better move Shane Battier or Lance Stevenson leaving? I mean, Lance Stevenson might walk his way out of championship contention just for money.
Honestly, I think it's Lance Stevenson. I mean, Shane Battier, all these Duke boys are like, for the most
Watch
part.
boys, men. You watch your tongue,
That's
right?
what I call them. I call them boys because they never leave the college rank. When they leave college, they never become.
And they won
men.
championships in the NBA, just like Shane Battier won the Miami Heat 3 championships. You
I
watch your
think
tongue.
Shane Battier has a very clean-cut image. Whatever he does, coaching, general manager, analyst, he's going to be successful at it. I mean, he just maintained, a pretty squeaky clean, image. But Lance Stevenson, I think he's a flash in the pan right now. Go and get the money right now, get it. He reminds me of Latrell Sprewell with less explosiveness.
Whoa. Man, he disrespecting Spree. Good Lord.
I mean, you're saying it like Lance Stevenson isn't a good player. He's good at everything. Defense, rebound, passing, ball handling, shooting. He's not great at anything. He's just good.
At least Spree carried his team to a championship series. Damn.
He wasn't the only person that led that team. Team was loaded.
He got him there.
Guys, return of the best category we've ever had on the show, Worst Look. I did retire Clinton Porter, so you guys don't have to worry about him being in this. But we have 3 brand new challengers. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
No slippery Earls this time. All right, first up, we have Steve Nash, who decided to go to Swaggy P's birthday party, dressed up as Fred Flintstone. You can check him out right here, alongside Swaggy P, Jordan Farmar, and Robert Sacre. I don't know why one leg is higher than the other as far as the shorts go, but he decided to dress up as Fred Flintstone. So shout out to Steve Nash, letting loose a little bit and hanging out with some of his fellow Los Angeles Lakers during their very long summer vacation that they've had. Staying in L.A., candidate number 2, Clipper Darrell. We haven't heard about him in a little while. He decided to carve his new owner's name in his head. Clipper Darrell, if you guys don't know, super fan of the Los Angeles Clippers, very outspoken, and he's been kind of pissed at Don Sterling lately, but he decided to go ham for his new owner, Steve Ballmer, by getting his name shaven into his head. And contestant number 3, all we have to say is Russell Westbrook showed up to the game looking like this.
Yeah.
With the crotch rips in his jeans in the most questionable spots, as well as that floral jacket and the red shoes. So, guys, worst look, is it Russell Westbrook? Is it Clipper Darrell? Or is it Steve Nash dressing up as Fred Flintstone at Swaggy P's birthday party? Who you guys going with?
I mean, no homo, but Westbrook like a male prostitute, man, on Sunset.
Steve, what you think? Who you going with, dog? I know you like Westbrook's style.
I like that. I mean, I don't think the jacket's that bad, honestly. I think the jacket's pretty cool, but like when I get into those like leggings, it's just like I don't know what happened. I think Russell Westbrook is one of those players that like I call them cocaine players. They feel like they play so high, they get so high that they feel like they can do anything. So yeah, I definitely look at Russell Westbrook on this one. Like, what are you thinking?
Are you gonna make it a clean sweep, Will? Or are you gonna go with Steve Nash or Clipper Darrell?
No, Russell Westbrook. I mean, at least Steve Nash, to his defense, man, it was a birthday party. But
You know what I'm saying?
right, but Russell, that's how he showed up to the game, man.
That's how he showed up to work, dog.
Nah.
Yo, no homo. I mean, Russell Westbrook made one wrong move, man. This motherfucking ball's gonna fall out the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And them jeans probably cost more than anything I got in my closet.
The crazy thing is that we probably would have brought this up 2 weeks ago. He actually might have beaten Clinton Portis. That's the funny thing.
No, he wouldn't.
Y'all still with roll Clinton?
No. Clinton Portis is done.
Y'all still with roll Clinton?
Can't beat the Flipper girls, yo.
Even with ripped skinny jeans, dog? Seriously? All right, time for cool people. I want to know who's the cooler person. Is it Andy Reid, who Alex Smith divulged that he likes to treat the players to cheeseburgers, saying, quote, "He always treating us to cheeseburgers. All you have to do to earn one is be on the team." So Andy Reid pretty cool. Not surprisingly, giving the players cheeseburgers at their beck and whim. Or is it Serena Williams, who is Eric's big mama, who was on the beach this weekend in Miami?
Gosh.
After she got eliminated from the French Open, she decided just to come home and go party at the beach. Wore this leopard leotard, and then saw somebody getting married on the beach South Beach. So she decided that she would go over and say hey and take a picture with the married couple. Check out the guys in the background and then check out the husband in that right picture. Look at his eyes. You can tell where his eyes are going straight to that ass. Like you can just tell. And so Serena posing up with the married couple on the beach, and then after that she decided to go to South Beach. Actually, the inside of South Beach, which is the American Airlines Arena down in Miami, and she decided to kick it with the Eastern Conference champions. There with Carolyn Wozniacki, Rory McIlroy's ex.
Chick that got dumped.
Yeah. And she decided to take a picture with Chris Bosh and his wife, and then she took a picture, the weirdest picture of the night. I don't know how the hell they let this dude touch the trophy, but she took a picture with Greg Oden, like he had something to do with the Heat, with the Eastern Conference Championship.
Played all of 5 minutes. They
let this nigga hold the trophy.
Yeah.
Who's the cooler person? Is it Andy Reid or is it Serena Williams? I think it's gonna be a landslide. What you think?
I got Serena Williams easily.
Man,
Steve.
Is that a question? Of course it's her. I think honestly, she's not used to that first round exit, but can you just go back to that picture really quick? Not the wedding picture, like the first picture.
Okay. And Eric, really quick, we already know this is your baby mama, and I know that the fact that she's supposed to eat now makes it even better for you, does it not?
Yeah, I mean, but she not the baby mama. She the side chick. You
still rolling with Skylar. This girl's pouring her heart out to you right now. She's wearing a leopard leotard, butt cheeks out, and she's rooting for the Heat, and you still are stiff-arming her for Skylar Diggins? How dare you? This was your number one.
It's the side piece, man.
I agree.
This was your original, and you're gonna dump her for Skylar Diggins.
I'm not dumping her. I'm just saying, she just got hit the backbone on Thursdays. That's all I want to say.
You don't got no loyalty, dog. You ain't got no loyalty. After all she did for you, and now you're just gonna throw it to the back. She over here rooting for your damn team. The most unlikable team in the NBA.
What Chris Breezy say? These hoes ain't loyal, man.
Jamal Bryant said that also.
Yeah.
Come on, man. She got more miles than the Mack truck. Come on, man. Be honest with you.
Who? Serena?
Hell yeah.
All she did was mess with Common.
Common, LeVar Arrington. I mean, me and her got together. She had to write down her sexual partners. Her list was kind of long.
You better type it out two space, double space font.
Right.
Roman.
But you know what I mean?
All right. Well, that's the show, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, guys, for participating. Hope you guys had fun. You guys got any shout-outs?
Yeah, man. I got one shout-out to that chick from Maryland that gave my baby, my wifey, Skylar, that wicked pick. I'm coming for your ass.
Ooh, that joke was terrible.
You gonna find it, yo?
Yo, she trying to mess up my ovaries, you know what I'm saying? We trying to reproduce, you know what I mean? She knocked her fallopian tubes loose with that shit.
Did you cry, yo? Did you cry when it happened?
Man, I jumped up when I seen that shit. I was like, hell no.
Oh no. Oh no. Steve, you got any shout outs, Doug?
Yeah, man. It's penny season.
Hey, there we go.
What's up with this Penny Hardaway crap?
I got. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead, Will. You got shout outs.
Yeah, I'm gonna just continue on from that, man. Number 4, number 12, man. Look out for us next year, man.
What the hell that mean? What's that your?
We're gonna do work next year. That's what that mean, man.
That's your picks?
Dante Exum.
Yeah, that's our picks, man.
Dante Exum. He's going to come and be the new Kobe in Orlando.
You watch your mouth, all right? Don't you ever compare anybody to Kobe being Bryant. Shout out to John, who is still searching for Roy Hibbert in these playoffs. So shout out to him.
Show your face, John.
You already know, big 1,790-pound bag of trash.
Show your face, John.
End the show with your phrase, Eric. You what you?
You bitch you.